Greetings, everyone. Happy Tuesday, you all. Tuesday evening now. Almost Tuesday evening. Tuesday is the day that Mars rules, and Mars is currently in Virgo. If I'm correct, Mars and the South Node have just done a dance. Let me go check out how y'all doing today? Hello, peace and blessings. Yes, so Mars is in Virgo. So welcome, I am the Moon Mama. Welcome to our Master Nodal class. I feel like I have been hither and fro and to and back. The astrology is so intense. I'm doing everything in my power to stay focused, to keep my mind and my attention on what it is that I'm up to, because the energy can take you on a spin. Like my mind will just race, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't even want to be over there. Like, how'd I get over there? I want to be over here, I am very grateful for practices that I have had of devotion and understanding what devotion is, humility, understanding the nature of humility. I know I used to think humility meant playing small to make other people feel comfortable, but now I know that humility means playing my role so that I can be of service to myself and others. And it's this interesting thing. It's like the nose is not trying to be the eyes. The nose is happy to be the nose. My nose loves being a nose, and so it does a really great job of that. We are meant to be that in our own selves. We are meant to be so devoted to ourselves that we're not even almost capable of seeing anybody else because we're so devoted in our own experience. And in being that, you make reality better for others. It's something that I'm not somebody who I don't like organized sports at all, like basketball and football. And I don't like it because I think it's modern slavery. But the thing I do like about it is that these people who get to play at these high levels have this opportunity to perfect themselves. They have an opportunity to perfect themselves as individuals and in the team. And that is valuable. That is valuable, to know your role. To know your role is priceless, so that you're not over there trying to do that and trying to do that. And if you know your role, you're halfway there. And the one thing you can do to know your role that I know of is just be yourself. People, what's my purpose? Being yourself. And we've been conditioned to think that everything else is more valuable than us, that I'll be happy when I have this money. I'll be happy when I have this. So our sense of self is based on material things that don't have anything to do with anything at all. So when somebody says be yourself, you don't really know what that means because your sense of self has been externalized. Isn't that a trip? That is so... And I can speak about it this way because I've done the work, and I'm doing the work to collect my own sense of self. And I see how I've given it away so freely, so easily, so excitedly, so enthusiastically to others because I didn't realize how valuable I was. I didn't realize how valuable who I am to myself is. I didn't know. I thought it would be more valuable to have something else or someone else. I thought I would be more valuable if I had a husband. I thought I would be more valuable if I have a best friend. I thought I would be more valuable if I have a child. None of those things have anything to do with this right here. Me. So today is a Mars day, and Mars rules Tuesday, and Mars is currently the 25th degree of Virgo. Mars has just made a conjunction, alignment with the South Node a couple days ago now, maybe about a week ago. But what Mars in Virgo is our body. It's our health. And Virgo governs our physical body health. Virgo is our ability to heal ourselves. And not only is it our ability to heal ourselves, but Virgo is also the healer. So in the healing of yourself, you also heal others. If you can think from the perspective of oneness and understanding that we truly really are one microcosm. We look separate because that's the illusion of this reality, that we cannot perceive the levels of connection that we're really involved in. But I like to say we're all drinking the same water. We're all breathing the same air. And those things are your life. Water is your life and air is your life. And we're all using the same water and air. So that's how connected we are. If you don't have water and you don't have air, you die. That's how connected we are. We're using the same water and air. Every time I'm like, wow, this is wow. So when we heal our body, we not only heal our body, we heal other people's bodies too. When we understand the true nature of healing, and that healing is in the mind, that healing is actually a mental thing before it's a physical thing. When you have illness, it starts in your mind. It starts in internal conversations like, oh, this is hard. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, they don't like me. Those internal voices, sometimes subconscious voices, that is the seed of illness. That's where diabetes and heart disease and cancer and all of those things, that's how that stuff gets seeded. When you hear information like Black women are the highest rates of breast cancer patients, that is a seed of subconscious implantation into your mind that then creates a feeling of like, oh, woe is me, I have it so hard, that then begins to create illness. That is how illness gets activated in the mind. And so with Virgo and Mars in Virgo, we want to really begin to think in alignment with health and wellness. We want to begin to think in practical ways and understand that our thinking is the key. Your thoughts are the key. And if I didn't know it myself, like in the last 3 years, I've spent an enormous amount of time detoxing my emotional body, detoxing my feeling body. All the times I was a teenage girl and I didn't feel liked, I didn't feel chosen, all that stuff the body stores. Or my mother said she was going to do something and she didn't do it. Something really hurt my feeling. All that's emotional storage. The body keeps all of the fucking memories. All of it. Your first sexual experience, your first heartbreak, all of it, your body is storing it. And I have spent the last 3 years being vigilant to detox my emotional and physical body. And in this last 6 months of releasing sorrow, of letting go of guilt and shame and terror, my body has changed. I have lost weight that I didn't really understand why I was carrying. Like maybe I've lost 7 or 8 pounds. And it's not that I needed to lose it, but now that it's gone, I'm so clear that it was emotions that were stored. Fear, shame, not belonging, struggling, scarcity, all of that stored in the tissues of my body. Released through diligent, consistent, devoted, joyful work. Diligent, consistent, devoted, joyful work. That wasn't about depriving myself at all, but was about being accountable and in relationship to my body in a very intentional way. Like recognizing, oh, this is my liver over here. This is my spleen. Oh, these are my lungs. These are my kidneys. This is my womb. These are my ovaries. Right? Like really understanding this body and how it functions, going on YouTube and asking, how do the lungs work? How does the liver work? What does the pancreas do? What is my thyroid? What does it do? Like literally going and learning my body, what it actually is up to. Because then what we don't understand is that a lot of illness is just connected in the dissociation that we have with understanding how this system works. If we don't understand that feeling bad and walking around feeling bad is creating illness in your body, you give yourself permission to walk around and feel bad. But when you understand that, oh, me thinking these fucked up thoughts could create a heart attack, you might stop thinking those fucked up thoughts, or you might take it seriously to do something about those thoughts. Most Americans are dealing with blocks in their arteries and in their hearts and things like that because we are dissociated from our organs. It's such an amazing thing, like the illusion that we have going on here. Because there was a time when I was disassociated from my organs. I'm just not anymore. But there was a time when I was. There was a time when I didn't understand, my nasal passages and my eyes. And I didn't understand that, like, I really thought I saw out of my eyes, that I actually was perceiving reality from my eyes. But when I started going on YouTube and going, how do the eyes actually work? How do they work? And then they tell you that light comes in and it really projects basically your subconscious. Light comes in, it projects you, and then that builds the reality around you. I didn't think that that's how this worked. I thought that everything was separate. I didn't know that I was really in my own reality. Like, you're really fucking in your own reality. Even if somebody else is there, it's your reality. Cucumber, bread, noodles, yogurts, coffee, and spaghetti. Is that what you... Tell me about that. What is that? Cucumber, bread, noodles, yogurt. So it's very important that we understand how our bodies are actually functioning, because this is it. This is the playground. This is where the magic comes from. This is where your power, this is where the electricity is running. This is where the memories are stored. This is the real technology, y'all. This is the real technology. And because we don't know that, we often will disassociate from it. We often will treat it poorly. One of the things here is we're living, I always like to say, this is the dark ages. We are living, the reason there's so much war, the reason there's so much chaos in the world, because we're coming out of the dark ages. And the way to ascend out of it is through your own consciousness, because your body will project a new reality when you access a new frequency in your mind, in your sensory system. But you have to access the new frequency. And, clearing up the sorrow, the depression, the despair, you have to actually do it. And it's we've not been taught how to do it. So when she's organizing chaos, see, when I first heard that the background music, I knew we were gonna. That is so funny. She said, when I heard the background music, I knew it was gonna be serious. Let me tell you who's on the background music, just so you guys know, so that I can give credit where good credit is due. I hope this is right. Let's see. The background music is Isaiah Collier and the Chosen Few, and this is called Lift Every Voice and Sing. Because I love black people. I love black people. I love all people, but I really love black people because I love myself and I love the image of myself. I really do. And that's another thing about our reality. As black people, we have spent so much time worshiping the images of others, worshiping a white man who they said, right, that was, I don't want to talk about the experiences we've had as if they weren't meant to happen, because it was all divine. So when I say tricked and things like that, that's my ego speaking. Because all of this has been of divine timing. It's all in order with the divine experience. But to give us a picture of a white man as God, and understanding our energy and how we as Black people project the energy out based upon our psyches, the melanin, our energy is not like others. It's not like others. It's different. So that literally, us projecting that energy out, literally is giving power to white man. Literally, that is what it's doing. And there might not all be Jesus, but what happens is you begin to associate this image. Oh, this white man looks closer to Jesus than I do, so then they're closer to God. And that's an energy that you then make them God in your life. So this is why we have to put our energy on ourselves. You literally, what you focus on grows. So if you focus on yourself, if you focus, and here's the thing, the reason I started studying my body was, first of all, it's because I'm a 6th house Virgo, but I didn't know what to focus on. I was like, well, focus on what? I'm with myself all the time. What am I going to focus on? Like what? What am I focusing on? And my doctor was like, maybe study your organs, learn your organs. And I was like, okay. And what I've discovered is the more I study my body, and new revelations come, realizations come, ideas come, because I'm paying attention to myself. That's why it's literally these systems, if you don't want them to grow, don't focus on them. If you don't want racism to grow, don't pay attention to it. If you don't want capitalism to grow, don't pay attention. If you don't want Trump to grow, don't pay attention to him. Literally take your energy from it. That is the best thing you can do to kill anything. Remove your energy from it. Remove your attention. Yesterday I told this brother that he looked like Jesus, and he said, I might be. He might, all of us are. That's the thing. All of us are the Christ. All of us. It's not just one thing. And Black people have actually lived the experience of it. We are the ones who have hung from the crosses. Our ancestors hung from trees and burned at stake. We are the ones where we really are the lived experience of Christ. That story about Jesus is a mythology of a whole lot of deities put together. But Black Americans are in the actual physical experience of the Christ, the death, the rebirth. We're doing it all the time because that is the nature of this country that we have created for our evolution. Okay? We created this country for our evolution. When we understand the nature of what it's doing from the perspective of spirit, you will know that this motherfucking country is an obstacle course that will develop you into the God that you are. But when you're in your ego, you will see it as separation, and you will see it as something that is against you. But when you come into your God consciousness, you know that everything is working for your good. And because you know it, it must. Because you describe the reality as working for your good, it will work for your good. Because you say that it is serving me, it must serve you. It must serve you because you say it, because you know it. And this is why it's important for us to bring our energy to ourselves so that your power to speak works, so that your thoughts begin to really create the reality that you desire, so that your feelings are energizing the system with what it is you, through your love for yourself, have cultivated. All right, y'all. I want y'all to know that right before I got on this video, I was totally spaced out and confused. I literally was. Sometimes Mercury retrograde can just wear me out. Literally just like, wow. And I was like, I need to talk. I need to go talk so that I can clear my energy. And I was like, okay, let me go talk. So with that, I want to say that for those of you who are local, we are having our first event, our first live event. I am so excited. We are hosting our first live event on Sunday, August 10th. If you are interested, I can send you the link to register. For those of you who have not purchased your Mercury retrograde workbook, we're in the throes of Mercury retrograde. Go get your workbook. For those of you who have not purchased your Saturn workbook, go get your Saturn retrograde workbook. You can do it at my website, which is healwithmoonmama.com or moniqueruffin.com. They're the same, but www.healwithmoonmama.com. The Saturn workbook, the Mercury retrograde workbook is there. And sign up for my email list, because while I'm not here every day doing videos, I'm sending out emails too with other information. There's just so much information in here. I can't talk about it all. Like, I have to back it up with email and questionnaires. And so when you're on my email list, you get, here the sun is in Leo. Here's the questionnaire. Here's the things. That is what my email list offers that I can't. There are things that I can put in writing that would just get lost here, because you would have to just be taking notes all the time, and I don't want to do that. It just feels like too much. The moon today is in Libra, and with the moon in Libra, we are moving, like, our energy is more externalized. It's more you're more impactful in the more social, more, and if you pay attention, like, the energy is very high. Like, the creative energy is very high. The sensual, sexual energy is very high. The creative, it's just high. Like, it's a high. So you want to be really clear about what you're focusing your energy on. Where are you putting your attention? And are you putting your attention on something that's going to give you a return that matters to you? If there's one thing that I would, if I was going to be somebody who gave advice to young women, which I do, but think about what you want that doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. If you're a young woman, focus on, like, how you want your life to be if it was just dependent upon you. If you didn't have any children, if you didn't have a man, what would you want your life to be? Focus on that and let that be your strongest motivation. Everything else is secondary. Focus on you, knowing yourself, loving yourself, accessing your magic. Because the reason I'm saying this is because women are the power. We are the power. We are the things. People plug into us. We have a vagina, meaning you are the battery. You are the battery. We are the battery. That's what I'm saying. We are the battery. You want to use your battery for you. You want to use your battery for what you say it's for. And if you don't determine that for yourself, you will get plugged into someone else's reality and they will use your battery. And it's something that you just have to, and I'm telling you what I know because I've lived. You want to be clear about what it is you want that doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. Make that your priority, and things that go against it, you always will question it. Well, they're doing this, but I'm doing this. You will always be able to go, you'll always be able to gauge who's meant to be in your life and who's not. Let's say it that way. You will always be able to gauge who is meant to be in your life and who is not, if you have your own North Node. I'm going this way. And then people will come and they'll be going that way for a while, and then they might fall off. And you just watch them. Oh, they went away. Okay. But then there are people who are going to be there forever because they're really on the same journey you're on. And you won't have to try to hold them there. You won't have to you won't have to use your energy to keep them in place because you only have so much energy. So you want to get clear about what your direction is. You want to go in that direction, and you want to allow who's in that direction, who's going with you, to come. If they go, you let them go. If they stay, you let them stay. But what's the thing is, you don't want to ever have to use your energy to hold somebody in place. That is the greatest waste of energy we have as women. That is the waste. Nobody fucking says it. Nobody tells that story. But and what happens is when you are using your energy to hold someone in place, ultimately they're going to pull you out of your direction. They're going to pull you away from, if you don't have something you're really up to, people will come in. If you're not, they will pull you into the thing and you will find yourself lost. I can't tell you how many older women, and I'm 50 something, who are 70, who have spent so much time, literally, and they get to that age and they have exhaustion. They have despair. They have anger because they have given all of their energy and time to things that didn't really matter to them, that they didn't have heart for, that they didn't have passion about, that it wasn't fulfilling their purpose. And that creates regret. And that, my dear, I don't have any of that regret. I don't have any of that regret. I am using my life exactly the way I want to. And that's it. And I love it. And I love it. So if I fuck up, it's because I fucked it up, not because somebody else did. If I succeed and do great, it's because I succeeded and I did great. And the people along with me have supported me in it. And it really is a game changer. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Happy moon in Libra. And like I said, get clear about that relationship thing, that you are in relationships that honor yourself, that you're doing the thing you want to do. You're not giving it up for somebody else's dream. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.